Thank you so much. It's a great honor and my privilege that I'm here. My name is Jean-Didier Hawigwa, and I'm a student College for America, Southern New Hampshire University, and I'm going to help you understand the U.S. government structure and some political parties in the U.S. And also I will let you know how a bill can become a law. This is the four things that I'm going to concentrate on, but I will make sure that you understand how people all out perceive the government structure, how do they know about laws, and so it's going to be a very engaging video. I invite you to really look at and watch it very carefully and get to understand very well the U.S. government structure. So the first question is, what are the three branches of the U.S. government?
What are the three branches of the U.S. government?
If I remember well, there is judicial and executive. The third one, I cannot call it right now. I remember those two.
You remember the two?
Yeah.
You don't remember the third one?
Yeah.
What are the three branches of the government, the U.S. government?
The three branches of the U.S. government. There is legislative, there is international law, and agricultural.
These are two people that I asked these questions, the U.S. citizen, and when they replied me, you have seen their answers, but clearly the U.S. government has the three branches of the U.S. government. We have executive, and we have legislative and judicial. These are the three branches of the U.S. government. Now, the next question is, what is the role that each this structure, this branch play? That is the next question. And to be clear, I'll try to be very concise so that the executive branch deals with carrying out law, and this is ensuring the implementation of law, and legislative is play a role of making these laws, and judicial evaluate these laws. These are the laws of each government branch. So the second question would be, what does each branch do? So we've got to find their laws, we've got to find what are they, then what clearly, indeed, in deep, what does each do?
What does each branch do?
Judicial, it's a branch in charge of setting laws to be reviewed and approved by executive branch. That is being said that executive branch is the one which approves the laws set by judicial, if I remember well.
What does each branch do? Like the branch you said, what does each do?
As I said, the legislative just set the law. Yeah, is establish the laws to be used or considered in the power. So the second, as I said, international law is like the law set for government to intervene for international law settings, and the agriculture law is like to develop the agriculture in your country.
Okay. Thank you, Donatien.
Yes.
Now, these are the answers, but the legislative the clear answer. These are the answers. The answer indeed is legislative, as said, the law makes its law is to make law. So the legislative indeed it enact legislation. It refused or accept the president's appointment. It also holds the authority to declare war. He can declare war or can accept to declare war or cannot accept to declare war. All this is the responsibility of legislative. So now executive that carries out law, it conveys out and enforces the implementations of this law. If a law is elected, if a bill has become a law, then it is the responsibilities of the executive to make sure that this law has got to be implemented clearly as is stated in the law. Then also the president leads the country. So this in executive, it is where the president, the vice president is. So they ensure that they lead very well the country. So the president has a responsibility to lead the country under executive. He is the head of the state. So the president is always the head of the state. He is the leader of the federal government and is a commander-in-chief of the United States Armed Force. So he is always the commander-chief in the state armed force. But the vice president help the president, support the president, advise the president. If the president is not there, then the responsibilities of the president, some of them are going to be done or solved by the vice president. So the cabinet members who are also in executive, they assist as advisors also of the president. If something has to be done by the president would seek the advices before he signs maybe a law. He would get advices from his cabinet in executive. The third one is judicial. That's evaluate laws. And in judicial, the responsibilities of judicial is to interpret the meaning of law. It has these responsibilities of helping citizens to understand clearly what is the meaning of that law. That is the responsibility of judicial. And also apply law to individual case. In case you have done something silly, and that something silly is prevented by some laws. So judicial is there to make sure that the law is applied in that case. If suffered some kinds of discriminations or violence, that is when the law judicial will come in and use the law to solve people's problem. Then it also decides if law is loved the Constitution. Okay, now we've got to know their law, we've got to know their responsibilities and what they do, but let's go and see how they are connected together, how they work together. So starting on the legislative, I said it can approve or disapprove the appointment of president and can eliminate the president from office in exceptional situation. So it has this power of eliminating the president in case there is something special that happened. It is possible. It has that power, and that's how it's related to the executive. So the executive also, in executive, the president can refuse or agree any law suggested by the Congress. So for example, there was a bill, and the bill was studied, and the Congress decided that the bill should be applied, should become a law. But the president, if the president does not sign, he has that right to veto any bill that came to him to sign it. So he has that right to veto. And also judicial can overturn unconstitutional law. They are elected by the president and confirmed by the Senate. So the president has this he can elect the judicial, and so, but this, if he elected the judicial, then the Senate will be responsible to confirm who the president has elected. A state cannot work without sharing power, because if that would be the case, all the power would be for the president. So, but now let's look how the power is shared in the U.S. government. In the U.S. government, let's start on the executive. The executive has power over judicial in which way? The president can appoint judges to fill vacancies. President can grant decrees and pardon. And this is the responsibility of the judicial. But still, the president has the power to do that. And this is from executive. Also, executive has power to legislative. In which way? Through this, the president is the commander-in-chief, though legislative is one to decide if they are going to be wars or not. President also is a commander-in-chief who can veto the bill. He can veto the bill. He can recommend legislation what to do. He can also call special session of Congress any time he is able and is powerful to the extent he can call the Congress to come together and discuss on some political issues or some have some meetings regarding to the development of the United States of America. This was for legislative. Then for judicial also has power to executive. In which way? It has power to executive in a way that it may rule the presidential action is unconstitutional. It's possible. Judicial can say that president is leading in unconstitutional way. It can say that president is not following the constitution. That is possible. Can always do that. Also, judges appointed by the president serve for life. The judges who were appointed by the president will always work. They will serve for life. That's the power that judicial will have to the executive. Judicial also has power to the legislative. It can interpret law and may declare laws unconstitutional. It is possible. Though it can be the responsibility of legislative, but also judicial can declare laws unconstitutional. Now let's go to the legislative and look how it shares power with the executive and judicial. Legislative can override the presidential veto. Though the president has right to veto, but the legislative can override, can go beyond that and take some decision in exceptional situation. Also can control appropriation, ratify treaties, declare war, even though this is also, if the president is the commander-in-chief, but the legislative can declare war. And also can refuse presidential appointment anytime. So it can impeach and remove the president from office. In case that they have reason why president would not stay at office, they have right, they have the power to express their reasons and put out the president. So they have that power. This is the way of sharing. They share power. No one has superpower than another one. Anyone who can do mistake, he still have someone to correct him. So legislative Also, on the judicial, still have some power to rule and govern the judicial. So the legislative can refuse judicial appointment. It can refuse judicial appointment. And also, authority to impeach judge. So can create lower courts. It is always possible. And can propose constitutional amendment to overrule Supreme Court decision. It can overrule the Supreme Court decision. It can say this is what you've done, but also it has the right to again bring something new in the final decision taken by the Supreme Court. Democrat and Republican are the major party. Can you name the third party?
In America, Democrat and Republican are the major party. And can you name the third party?
The third party is Liberian Party.
Oh.
If I remember what that is.
No, Democrats and Republicans are the major parties in the United States.
Yes.
Can you name the third party?
No, I don't know it.
You don't know it, okay.
The third party is libertarian. The second, my second friend does not know that, but the third party is libertarian in the U.S. government. This is according to Inside Gov. So it's true that it is the libertarian is the third party after the Democratic Party and Republican Party. So we are going to discuss how these two parties has come to start, how their system has started. I will go through the history to make sure you understand clearly how the Democratic has started and how the Republican Party also has started. Actually, they seem like they have somehow same stories, but different. The Democratic Party was started by Thomas Jefferson. It was in 1792. That's when the Democratic Party had started. In 1840 and in 1850, Democratic Party was in struggle of extending slavery. There was these ways of expanding slavery, and Democratic Party was struggling in that. Also, Southern Democrat wanted to protect slavery, while Northern Democratic has resisted and wanted to continue extending slavery. So in the North wanted to continue. There was in Democratic Party there was two divisions. There was one party in the North that wanted to continue slavery, and there was also another part of Democratic Party also that was in South, and they wanted to eliminate and stop slavery. So this was challenges in one party, that one party would agree on something, another party would agree on something different. So that was something difficult in this time for the Democratic Party. So you understand that the party should have divided into two parts because they had different understanding, and of course they were grouped in different locations. So, and then the party divided into two parts due to slavery because of the slavery misunderstanding and disagreements. This is from tsb.org, so you can go there and check more the information. Directly at the time around in 1916, there was presidential election going on. Now you understand the situation that was there between Democrats. There was two parties not understanding the same ways of governing and stopping slavery. So, and then the presidential election come in that time. So, on the North Democrat nominate their own candidate because they want to extend slavery. And the South Democrat, they nominated their own candidate because they want to stop slavery. So there was different understanding. And then imagine that situation if you are a person who believes in Democrat, what choice would you take if even the people in the same party are not understanding the things together? There was misunderstanding between the party inside. What happened is, though it was in that situation, the election was won by a Republican, by Abraham Lincoln, who was a Republican. So because it was difficult, so it confused the people. Even those who supported the Democrat Party, they were not able to take decisions. They end up supporting different of what they expected. They support the Republicans because there was no any other choice. There was many confusions. The Republican was new at this time, and after the Civil War, most of the North-white people wanted black civil and political rights, and the Republican Party has supported them too. And therefore, the Northern Democrat found themselves as a white party that hated blacks. It was something like bad image that even Republicans who support the North Democrat, it was a bad image for them because they still wanted slavery to continue happening. In the end, South Democrat won and South region remained as one Democrat party. This information could be got from, you can get this information from pbs.org. The logo of Republican Party was not popular, it was not published. Now it was a chance for South people who were Democrat to make sure that the logo of their party is going to be is published and people know it more. So it was a chance to win to show that the Democrat Party belonged to South people. Now the logo was published by a cartoonist that he was called Thomas Nasty. It was in the 1970. It was a difficult time. The government was led by the Republican Party, and also this party has to do something to make sure that it is getting people who will support it anytime. So that is why there was two questions: if there should be the slavery should continue to be existing, or if slavery should be stopped. Then that was issues that has to be studied on and then get the answer. And that is why in 1854, the Republican Party met and has got up to 10,000 people. It was too difficult. There was anti-slavery and people who want slavery to continue existing. Then it was in charge of the party that was in government, and that was the Republican Party, to study all these issues. So the Republican Party has to do something to bring all Americans to it so that it can be supported all the time. Their first meetings for Republican Party was assembled in 1854 in Ripon, Wisconsin. On July the party has got up to 10,000 Michigan people and hold large meeting on conviction on February 22. It was in 1856. In this year, the Republican Party was announced its birth and to the people of America. And in 1856, had a large number in the House representative. This information, you should got the information on the U.S. history. Now let's look on the third party, which is minor. So the third party, what is its impact to the U.S. government, to the U.S. political systems of government? So now let's look at the impact. So the party is libertarian. The libertarian party, whether everyone should live with full of liberty, with no forced sacrifice of values for others' benefit. In the 212 presidential election, former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson and a candidate of Libertarian Party has got the third place with 1,275,000 votes. This indicates that many people understand the vision of this republic, of the Libertarian Party. And this made it to be a third party in the U.S. or United States of America. The Libertarian people do not really agree on some written laws. So there's some criticism that's always created. They indicate that they face different challenges because the previous party has set some conditions fearing the competition of many other political parties that may come. They have set a way that new parties, when they come, it will be difficult for them to enter in the presidential election competition. And that is why this party, the Libertarian Party, is one of the reasons that it did not get a chance to get elected in the presidential election campaign. Now, I'm sure you understood the structure of the U.S. government and some of the responsibilities of each branch, and also you understood how Republican Party has come to be in place. And also you understood, of course, how the Democratic Party also was formed. And you have had ideas around the histories of the United States of America, and you know a little bit about slavery and how people intervene in decision makings and how force government to take some decisions. So I guess you understand it clearly from the previous information I've just given. Now the last one, the interesting question is how does a bill become a law?
What is the best process by which a bill becomes a law?
The process to which a bill can become a law, it will depend on which type of bill, but very recently it will involve people who are in charge of setting laws so that they can be reviewed and then approved to be a law. For instance, Member of Parliament can set a bill, but they cannot approve it right away. It is an ongoing process to be reviewed and then later on can be approved to become a law. For instance, should go through the process of electing whether people or citizens agree that that bill is going to be applied in their respective country.
Yeah. Just a bill can become a law when it is reviewed and resettled well again, or just accepted by all the citizens of the government. Yeah, I can say that when the bill are just reviewed and being accepted for the citizens, that can become a law along with that time.
That is the answers. First of all, clearly, a bill is born. How a bill is born? Any member of the Congress can introduce the registration and they become sponsor. So the bill can be introduced by someone in the Congress, anyone. When a bill is born already, it is sent to the committee action. Now the committee action comes to its role of examining the bill and determining if it is perfect. If it finds that it is perfect, the bill is sent to the subcommittee reviewers. So if it is not accepted, if the committee action is found that the bill is not good or it is not benefiting the people at large, then it is died. It is cancelled. And when it is highlighted, this is called that it is hidden or died. Now, let's say when it is sent to the subcommittee review. So the subcommittee review study and hearing the main laws. So in this process, experts or public officials, different opponents provide their views on the bill. There comes people who are experts in these laws and bills. Those experts, they bring their views to the bill. So these views are considered today. Then, the fourth process is make-up. After all understanding the opinions, views, opposing or agreeing with the bill, then the subcommittee then mark based on views from what they have been hearing. If the subcommittee decides to not submit the bill to the full committee, the bill dies. Then, if the bill is voted by the committee, then it is taken to the floor. It is taken to the committee action. So it is taken above. Then a bill, committee action reports a bill. So now it has analyzed it very well, carefully. It has got the views, then it reports the bill. In case the bill was sent to the committee, it has to vote about recommending it to Senate, called ordering a bill reported. Now, voting. The bill is passed by the member of voting after some debate for its effectiveness. We continue to refer to other chamber. Another step. If the House or Senate process pass, if the House now continue to refer to other chamber. If the House or Senate pass the bill, it is sent to another chamber that approve it, or change it, or reject it. When you change it, now there are going to come some other debates around that also. If they accept it, it just pass the bill. If it does not accept it, it rejects it, and then all that the bill has died. Then we come to the conference committee action to analyze the bill together. If there is some change made on the bill, the council is formed by the committee between House and Senate to explain every case and then come to agreement. If the conference does not come to agreement, the bill registration dies. So it means if there have been some change, in this case, there have to be a meeting again to discuss why it has changed. If they agree on that reason, the bill continues and pass. If it does not, then it is rejected. So let's say if agreement is reached, a conference report is prepared and approved by both the House and Senate. Then let's come to final action of accepting that the bill should become a law. If the report is finished and all Senate and the House has finished to sign, it is sent to the President of the United States. If the President signs for it, it becomes a law. Not take action on and the Congress. So the bill is automatically, in that case, become a law. If the president opposes, he can veto the bill, and the bill is rejected. If the Congress adjourns its second session, the president does not show any action, the bill is dead. So if the Congress again comes with the bill, if the president has vetoed the bill, the Congress can come with some adjustment or bring it again. And then at this case, if the president does not show any action, it comes to saying that the bill has died. So the bill cannot, in this case, cannot become a bill, cannot become a law. Now, let us look on cases that happen of overriding the veto. In case the president refuses to sign the bill, the Congress may override the veto in case it has passed by 2/3 of all the House and Senate. In this case, the bill becomes a law. This is very critical part, and it shows power sharing. So thank you so much. I was happy to have this conversation with you all, and I think you have got more. And actually, the interesting part of power sharing and holding each other accountable in the government in the U.S., it is something also which is very important in our daily lives. And knowing the U.S. government, knowing our government, it always keeps us being informed citizens. Thank you so much.